everyone, my name is Rhonda Ellis and I'm the Service District Educator for Ulta Beauty in the Denver, Colorado and Western Slope, Colorado area. I would like to take a moment to talk to you about the education that we offer here at Ulta Beauty. We have education and classes for every level of stylist. If you're that new stylist coming out of beauty school and you're a little uncertain about the balayage, we have classes for that. If you are an advanced stylist, you've been in the business for a long time and you're looking for that new trendy what's happening now, we have classes for that. Here at Ulta Beauty and myself, we believe that education and investing in our stylists is top-notch. It is how we can produce such wonderful techniques out of our salons. So please, if you're interested, please stay tuned to my channel. This is going to be one of many different techniques that I show you. We are starting with a technique today from our Essentials class, which is the first class that we offer any of our new hires. It is the styling portion of Essentials, and we are going to talk about the basics of a blowout. So we should really have a good time with this. Blowouts are so much fun. It's where we get the opportunity to put that wow into what we do. And prior to starting the blowout, we would want to use a product for memory and a product for thermal protect. Today I chose Guts on her roots and her midshaft to give me some memory, lift, and hold. And I used the satin wear for the thermal protect on wet hair. Remember that every time we introduce a new heat source, such as an iron or a blow dryer, we need to introduce also another thermal protect. So in this case for the wet, again, I used the satin wear. I began to blow dry on the front sections. So I have her set over here. I'm going to show you how I blow dried this on this side. So I came in and I took sections, and on her side, this is going to vary depending on the texture, density of your guest's hair. Also, I would like to take a moment and talk to you about brushes. There are different kinds of brushes and the brushes do different things. So we have our nylon brushes, and this particular brush has different sizes that I could actually release and leave sitting in the hair. But nylon brushes are really going to give us that lift and that volume. Also, you'll notice on this particular brush, it's a ceramic or a metal background. That's going to give us more bend or more curl to the hair. I could have also chosen a boar bristle brush. Boar bristle is a natural bristle is a great option for smoothing out curly hair or really getting a real shine to the hair. This would not give you a curl or much of a bend, but it would give you lots of shine and very, very smooth. And it's also going to have a lot of tension to it. I want you to notice on this particular brush also, it is a wooden center. So again, we're not going to get a lot of bend or curl to it due to the fact that that wood doesn't heat up. Okay, then we also have a cushion brush. And that cushion brush is going to have some give to it, which is going to create a little bit more tension on the hair when we pull on it. So it'll really grab that hair and create some tension. I chose to use my nylon bristles with my metal background, and that's what I have blown this whole head out with. So that's what I'm going to continue to use. So I'm going to start by blow drying section A, and what I mean by section A is section A will be from the root to right above the mid shaft. Section B will be the mid-shaft area, and section C will be those ends that tend to get a little bit brittle on us. We're going to come in with our brush, and we're going to point our blow dryer in the direction of the cuticle so that we really get that cuticle to lay down and be smooth. When section A is complete, we'll move into section B. We want to avoid laying our blow dryer directly down onto the hair shaft so that we avoid excess heat damage. And then we have section C that we complete with. Now I always like to come in, kind of heat it up, cool it down. And then we are going to take and pin this section up to let it cool. I'm going to pin it on base or slightly above base for maximum volume. All right, next section. Same exact scenario. I am going to take it and we are going to blow dry sections A until section A is completely dry. Section B until section B is completely dry. And then we'll hit section C. This is going to minimize how much heat we use on section C so that we minimize the heat damage, the breakage, and any drying out. Also, you'll find this is a quicker way to get your hair blown out, get the hair blown out. So here we go. Again, we are going to blow dry in the direction of the cuticle. I'm getting 45 degrees above my section so that I get maximum volume. And I'm going to continue to blow until section A is complete. Completely dry. So when section A is completely dry, I will move to section B. I want you to notice that I'm using my pinky to hold the hair versus the neck of the blow dryer. It gives you more control. It's going to help with you can do a heat check with your pinky. How hot is that hair getting? If it's getting too hot, maybe it's time to back off that heat a little bit so that we reduce the damage. Coming through section B, and when section B is done, I can hit section C. Again, I like to just come in, kind of just warm that up. Cool it back down a little bit. You can really see if I let it go how much volume we're getting out of that. So I'm going to barrel curl in here to let her cool down for a few minutes while I work on other sections. Pinning here either on base or slightly above base. I'm going to tilt my guest's hair towards me. This is for my comfort. And we're going to work in the same fashion. Drying section A. Working into section B, not allowing my blow dryer to lay down on my bristles or on the hair to prevent heat damage. I'm working in the direction of the cuticle of the hair so that I get a nice, smooth blowout, pushing that water down the hair shaft. And then once section B is complete, I will dry section C. I like to just warm it up, like I said. Give it a full shoot. And then we will pin that up, letting that hair to cool in a set. Yes, sets are coming back. How much fun. There we go. I have completed my entire mannequin in a blowout. She is set and she can just relax for a minute. I'll offer her a water and come back to her in just a second. While our mannequin cools down for a second, let's talk about blow dryer technology. There's a lot of different technology with blow dryers, but here's how they basically break down. You can buy a ceramic blow dryer, and what ceramic does for you is it gives you an even, gentle heat. This type of blow dryer would be great on guests that maybe have fine, fragile hair, or maybe they've overprocessed their hair and you really need that heat to be gentle. So ceramic would work great for that. Tourmaline blow dryers actually help to shrink that water molecule and also helps reduce the heat damage. Often with tourmaline, you're going to see infrared used with that. And what that infrared is going to do is create a more even heat, and it's going to help ensure that you can use higher levels of heat with less heat damage. So that's what infrared with tourmaline does. You can also look into ionic blow dryers, and ionic blow dryers actually create negative ions, which helps to reduce the amount of frizz and helps to decrease your dry time. So you get a quicker dry time and less frizz with an ionic blow dryer. I hope that helps a little bit understand what the terminology and technology around blow dryers are. So we went ahead and dropped down our set, and what you can see we've created is lots of volume, and this was just with the blowout. You can go on to flat iron, you can go on to iron from here, but really what I wanted to show you today is just by utilizing the correct products, the correct brushes, and the correct tools, you can really get that voluminous look for your guest with just a blowout. Should you have any questions about anything I've presented today, or find yourself wanting to find a home with Ulta Beauty, feel free to DM me at any time. I look forward to hearing from you. And next week, we will be talking about foil placement and stitches and see what the difference is that we can create with those. I hope to see you then. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.